is on.
Hola, buenos días.
Hola, hola, buenas noches desde México. ¿Sí, Alfonso?
Sí, buenos días desde China. ¿Nos ven aquí?
No, solo te escuchamos bien.
Buenas noches.
Se escucha bien, pero tu cámara no está abierta, Alfonso.
¿La cámara?
It's already off. It's not here.
A ver, ¿así nos ven?
No, aún no.
¿No? ¿Nada más la voz?
Sí, solo la voz.
Bueno, mientras luego la cámara, les voy a decir aquí en español y mientras se conecta la gente de aquí de China, cómo va a ser la dinámica. Bueno, ya lo explicaste tú allá, pero nada más para que sepan la gente que va a estar participando aquí, van a estar todos online. Van a estar del Ministerio de Comercio de Zhejiang, o sea, de la provincia, de la Asociación de Ciencia y Tecnología de Hangzhou, ¿sí?, de la Oficina de Transferencia de Tecnología de Zhejiang University. Estas son las asociaciones que nos ayudaron a promover y también nos van a seguir ayudando en las siguientes 2 semanas para promover para otras personas que no pudieron asistir estos 2 días. La gente que va a estar conectada son VCs y empresarios independientes. Se llaman Plante Moran, es un VC especializado en tecnología. China First Generation, Tsinghua Delta, que es un brazo de la Universidad de Tsinghua, una de las 3 top universidades de China, y Tsinghua Delta es la oficina que tienen regional aquí, en Zhejiang. La empresa Moral Stone, que es un VC local. La empresa Gaoke Gongmao y la empresa Hongke Gongmao, que son empresas de inversión aquí locales de Hangzhou. Aparte de esto, va a haber 3 emprendedores independientes conectados. Y bueno, vamos a dar un minuto para ver qué es. ¿Ya se ve el video de allá o todavía no?
No, Alfonso, aún no se ve tu cámara. Me presenta la aplicación que tu cámara está cerrada.
Sí, aquí también aparece cerrada, pero o sea, aquí localmente sí estamos viendo el video en el screen. A ver, pueden hacer la primera estrato puede poner su presentación para ver que sí la podamos ver aquí. Ok.
Listo, ¿sí la pueden ver?
Sí,
Ya estoy compartiendo, ¿sí la ven?
Sí.
Gracias, Manuel.
Hola Manuel, buenos días.
Hola, buenos días.
Ok, entonces 1 minuto y empezamos. Las presentaciones van a estar en inglés. Todas se van a estar grabando. Todas las personas que van a ver aquí ya tienen todos los PPTs en chino y nos van a estar mandando preguntas en chino a nuestro celular para hacérselas a ustedes en inglés.
Okay. ¿Se puede hacer en chino también?
Pues yo creo que varía el nivel de chino de todos los que están aquí. Ok, en 1 minuto comenzamos. A ver,
The LATAM-CHINA
video sigue sin verse.
Innovation Day is the space that brings together experts, entrepreneurs, and investors who promote the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystems in Asia and Latin America. That promotes the research,
Sí aparecemos aquí en el video.
internationalization, core elements of the Tec de Monterrey's 2030
Hola.
strategy.
Se está viendo el video, sí
The
señora.
partners create opportunities
Bueno,
for
pues
cooperation with the
bienvenidos
exchange of human
a la
talent
sala de
and the
conferencias
acceleration
del
of scientific
Tec Hub aquí en
discoveries,
China.
generating innovation projects for the
About
benefit
2
of the countries involved. The
A ver,
LATAM-CHINA
Jane.
Innovation Day invites you to meet the collaborative
Say hello.
ecosystems between universities,
Hi.
governments,
This is Jane.
society, districts,
No se ve
and
tu
regions
cámara,
from
Alfonso.
different
Estamos
countries,
reproduciendo el
seeking
video
to
de
promote
inicio
the
del evento.
exchange and development of knowledge economies based on research and technology entrepreneurship by attracting, training, and supporting human
No,
talent.
aquí
Being
indica
part
que
of the
la
conference,
imagen sí se está viendo del otro lado. O sea,
cooperations,
yo aparezco como
the sessions,
video en mi
startup pitches,
avatar.
and the panels, Innovation Development Ecosystems for Project in LATAM, Development of Innovation Ecosystems, Policies for Developing Technological Ecosystems in China, Options to Finance Startups and
A ver, aquí
Playing
sí
in the
aparece el
World's
video.
Largest Market, Results of the Mexico-China Chamber of Commerce Diploma, and One Belt, One Road initiative in the development of technological cooperation. Thank you for being here, and welcome to the LATAM-CHINA Innovation Day.
A ver si me escuchan. Bueno,
Sí,
Sí,
te
Alfonso.
escuchamos. Sí, adelante.
¿Sí te escuchas?
¿y el video?
No.
Sí, parece como si ustedes me estuvieran viendo. O sea, veo mi video y veo el video de mi hermano.
No, no vemos ningún video.
Pero ahorita alguien dijo que sí nos vieron, ¿no? O sea, nos vieron y luego se apagó otra vez o cómo.
¿Puedes repetir lo último porque no se escuchó?
Ahorita sí nos vieron, ¿no? Alguien dijo que nos vio y luego se apagó otra vez o cómo.
Tal vez si sales y entras, se soluciona el problema.
A ver, un segundo.
Aquí seguimos.
Okay, we're ready. ¿No?
Te escuchamos, Alfonso, pero seguimos sin ver imagen.
Ok, bueno, la imagen, lo importante es que se vea la imagen de ustedes acá, y esa sí se ve.
Ok, pues entonces comenzamos si quieres hacer las presentaciones ya en inglés para arrancar.
Okay. Okay, welcome everybody. This is the first day of the Startup Latin America-China Innovation Day, sponsored by Tec de Monterrey and the Tech Hub, iHub Tech here in China. I want to give my, I want to mention the Hangzhou Jiangnan government for all their help in organizing this event. So today we're going to have several of the first batch of projects that will be shown here. We're going to start with Professor Manuel Macias and his project, Remote Labs. This is actually a project that already started last year here in China with the Hangzhou Dianzi University. So it's an ongoing project. I will give the word right now to Mr. Manuel Macias. Professor, please.
Yeah, hello. Are you seeing my presentation?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Good morning in China. Good evening in Mexico. My name is Manuel Macias, Libojan Director for Innovation and Development. Wait. In the next minute, I'm going to show you the future for engineering training, the engineering practice from anywhere at any time. That means a total flexibility in the where and when of the engineering training. The construction of the new knowledge society, the digital transformation demanded by the Industry 4.0, and nowadays, the confinement due to the risk of COVID-19 demand more than ever technological platforms for distance training and education. For this purpose, many platforms have been developed, such as online courses, tutorials, and web pages, but most of them are focused only on the transmission of knowledge. However, in the engineering field, not only the transmission of knowledge is important, but also the development of skills that can only be obtained by putting the knowledge into practice. That's why the use of the laboratory is fundamental to the construction of engineering knowledge and cannot be left aside. The alternative to support distance learning and training are remote laboratories based on internet technologies. These are physical labs, not simulations, that can be accessed in real time through internet and are available to any students and professor in the world. They allow for a distance use of the lab resources at a lower total cost of operation than traditional labs. But why are we speaking about remote lab platforms? It is because each remote lab consists mainly of 4 parts: a free access website with all information that we need, and a scheduling system to manage the users and control the access to the lab, a graphical user interface to perform the remote practice in the real physical lab, and a video and audio system to monitor everything that happens in the laboratory at any moment. Who are our customers? Multi-campus universities, distance universities, technical education institutions, training centers, continuous trainings in industry. Our market strategy points right now to Latin America, Asia, Middle East. Why? Because of the contacts that we already have there. The company operates, of course, in Mexico, but we are exploring for strategic partners in South America, China, and Saudi Arabia. What we offer? We offer a complete platform for laboratory management and operation, remote labs that can be accessed from anywhere in the world, and even so important, laboratories that are always available 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Moreover, remote labs help institutions overcome some limitation of traditional labs, mainly the high cost of equipment acquisition and the maintenance, the fact that they are not available outside of the office hour. How are we going to monetize? For multi-campus universities, distance universities, industry, technical institutions, we offer turnkey projects for the existing platforms that we have. Also, for new platforms, we can offer tailor-made projects for these institutions and centers. For small universities, small companies, and training centers, we can offer the laboratory as a service and also training programs. Who we are? Libojan claims to be an international technology-based company with a presence in Mexico and China, focused on innovation and technology for engineering, education, and training. Libojan Technology Co. Company Ltd. in China, Libojan Technology SADCB in Mexico. We currently cover all areas of electrical, electronic, and mechatronic engineering. We have deployed 13 remote laboratories in different cities of Mexico. We recently did a technology transfer to Hangzhou in China. And we have 2 patented applications, one international and one more in China. What remote labs platforms offer for engineering training? For institutions, remote labs allow the conception of laboratories with lower space and cost requirements. For industry, the remote labs allow the implementation of better and more effective training programs. And for government, the remote labs give them the possibility to reach a larger population and to cover small and remote locations otherwise were not possible. But why China? China's startup ecosystem is strong and dynamic. China is one of the most connected countries in the world. That is important for our project. And it has a great market potential for educational platforms. And even more important, nowadays, the higher education in China is in great need of digital transformation. That means there is a great opportunity for this type of technology. What are we looking for? Investing partner to build a cluster of remote labs in China so that we can offer the remote laboratories as a service. Business partner to market and deploy in China the existing remote lab platforms through turnkey projects and tailor-made projects of the platform that we already have.
Thank you very much. Can you hear us?
Sí.
Yes.
Dr. Macias, can you hear us? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, yes.
We have our first question here from Plante Moran. They ask us what would be your immediate business model if somebody would like to use your technology in a private way, not for institutions, not for universities.
Yeah, that is the necessity right now to build a cluster of remote labs in China so that we can offer this lab as a service not only for institutions but also for independent users, for technical engineering, for continuous education, or for students.
Yes, but I think their question is more like, what would be your business model? Like, for example, how would you charge for this kind of technology if a particular company wants to use it?
Yeah, okay. In this case, for the laboratory as a service, we have different models. We can offer a package depending of the number of hours that a user or a company want to have, or maybe a package depending of the number of users that they have, and we can administrate. Those are different packages. And also we can offer, as I said, for a single user, for an independent user, we can offer a number of hours to use the remote labs. For that, we need to have a cluster of remote labs like we have in Mexico. Our main idea now is to have this cluster in China so that we can offer this kind of packages and services.
Okay. Next question is, they understand from your presentation that you have pre-arranged models, but how long does it take you to develop a new model? For example, a new lab for robotics. How long would it take, or does it change a lot between topics?
Yes, I will say for a turnkey for a tailor-made project that is going to be depending of the requirement of the institution, of the industry, whatever. It will take, depending of the lab, but I will say three months, more or less 3 months.
3 months. And the next question is, does it imply that you have to be here, or can it be started remotely?
No, we have to be there. We have to be there because we did all the development in the field directly on the institution, on the industry, wherever they are. We have to be complete there. Yes.
You have to be. They tell me how. Okay, it's also on the same topic. How big is your team that needs to be here? You say 3 or 4 months, so they need to know how big is your team.
My team is only 2 or maximal 3 persons, 2 or 3 persons, depending again of the situation. Yeah, but 2 or 3 persons. But it is important to say that it is likely that there are another 2 or 3 persons from the other side, so that they build together with us the remote lab, so that at the end they have the knowledge of the remote labs. Yeah, but for me, the team that I need, it is 2, maximal 3 persons.
The other day they were asking me, and I have this question again. Okay, there's another extra question. What are your main competitors right now, or any? Okay, this is a 2-part question. So the first one is, what are your main competitors?
Okay, there are some groups, research groups that come out from different universities. There is a group in Spain that have several partners in Portugal and in South America, in Brazil specifically. And there is another group also in Germany. In Germany, it is a group that it is supported by Siemens. I know this group very well. And there is different companies in USA, but I have to say the development of the platform that we have, so a complete platform. Not all the competitors have these complete platforms. I think we are a small step ahead of all of them.
1 minute.
Okay, so you already almost answered the second part of the question, which was, what is your main advantage? So you're saying that you are more complete. Yes, you're.
Yeah, but also there is another thing. It is more complete, but also there is one of the few platforms that is really in real time. And when we speak about real time, are not seconds, are milliseconds. Yeah, so that it's happened exactly in the same time. And another thing, the scheduling system does allow the user, the university or the company, to manage the complete use of the lab, not only the users, but also the access to the lab.
Okay, I know we are almost on time, so I just want to give you that one last question. And these people are asking if what is the basic infrastructure that you need, because they are thinking about very remote areas like Tibet.
Yeah, of course we need the room and a small room. Indeed, for example, for electronic and remote electronic lab, we need 1-2 meters. For electric machines remote lab, maybe 5, 6, 8 meters. Of course, we need the energy available, no? And network connection, and the possibility also to, very simple, to control the light that we have on this space.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Macias. I think there will be, this will be happening for all the projects. There's a lot of questions. So we will, of course, this is just a quick presentation, but we will be sending you extra questions for
Yes.
all the startups probably during the next few days. Okay?
Okay, yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Macias.
Dr. Macias, can you stop sharing your... Thank you.
Okay, for the next startup, We are going to start with Arukai. Am I pronouncing this right? Arukai? Arukai? Hello, can you hear me?
Vicky?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Yes, you are pronouncing it correctly, Arukai.
Okay, Arukai. So we are going to start as next startup with Arukai Learning System. Please.
Super, thank you. Good evening and good morning in China. This is Vicky Ricaurte and Marcelo Burbano, the co-founders of Arukai Learning System. So let's get started. Technology is disrupting almost all industry, and the pandemic accelerated this reality. Leading companies in all sectors will be technology-enabled. All people, regardless of industry, job, or career, need computational thinking to succeed in this new economy. However, today, most students don't learn computational thinking. The digital gap is so big that we need the school system to participate in this process. Let me tell you that just 1 out of 10 schools teaches computational thinking in the world. Teachers at the schools don't have the expertise or the time to create a quality, scalable solution. And for us in Arukai, any country that doesn't incorporate a quality, scalable solution to teach computational thinking and coding skills will become irrelevant in this revolution of the AI. So what's the solution? The solution is Arukai. Arukai is a curricular learning system for schools that teaches coding and computational thinking through the use of STEAM projects. That means science, technology, engineering, arts, and math projects. Our learning system is a product and a service bundled together and has 3 components. The first component is digital content. This means that Arukai Learning System provides lesson-by-lesson session for the students from 1st grade to 12th grade. We also provide students' assessments and teacher guides, all provided and delivered by our e-learning platform. Our digital content is aligned to the most important international standards, ISTE, CSTA, and Cambridge. The second component is the teacher training. We basically teach our schools teachers in coding languages, in academic rubrics, and in teaching methodologies. And finally, the third component is the management platform. This e-learning platform is built on machine learning. So basically, our platform learns how the teachers and the students learn, because we want to provide a personalized learning path and experience. This slide tells you about our delivery model. Our delivery model is business to consumers. Schools are gatekeepers and decides the implementation of the learning system, but the parents pay for the service as an annual fee per student. Arukai Learning System then becomes a profit center and not a cost center.
For the school.
For the school. As some schools choose to mark up our price to parents. This slide shows you a little bit of our functionality. This is our platform. It's 100% cloud-based and only requires a decent internet connection and runs in any computer. We teach open source coding languages like Scratch, Scratch Junior, Kitten, Java, Python, HTML5, among others. Our learning system is both in English and in Spanish, but our goal is to have it translated into any language. Arukai business model combines the software as a service model with the online program management model, also known as an OPM. Arukai costs $50 per student per year and we offer a 50% discount if the school implement the learning system in all grades. Our strategy and marketing. Currently, Arukai has presence in 8 countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. For 2021, we want to continue our expansion in Latin America, but also focus on English-speaking countries like the US. For 2022, we want to continue our expansion with a Portuguese solution to other schools in Brazil. And in 2023, we want to start adding solution for maths and science curriculums in Latin America, and in 24 we want to go global. Arukai have received many local and international recognitions as EdTech disruptors. For example, we were the winners of We Exchange, a competition from the Inter-American Development Lab that recognized the most innovative and dynamic STEAM startup of Latin America and the Caribbean. We also were the runner-ups for Cartier Women Initiative in 2019. And this year we have received many other recognitions, like the Holon IQ, that recognizes us as the part of the 100 most disruptive EdTech startups. Our team is composed of experienced and committed people from the operations, development, academic, user experience, and commercial areas. And what is our call to action? We want your help to bring Arukai to China. We need schools interested in 100% asynchronous curriculum that teaching coding and computational thinking to students in English. A school will not need teachers that speak English to deliver Arukai curriculum. Thank you. This is Vicky Ricaurte and Marcelo Burbano, the co-founders of Arukai.
Thank you very much, Vicky. So the first question is, you mentioned that the countries you're in.
Yes.
Hello? Yeah. So it's already working, right?
Correct. We have currently around 20,000 active users, active daily users in the platform. So 20,000 students. 20,000, correct.
Yeah, more than 80 schools, and we have operations in 8 countries like Colombia, Peru, Ecuador,
Mexico, Bolivia, Costa Rica. Yes.
Yeah, and we keep.
So we haven't entered the US, Brazil, and of course China. Like the opportunity that we see in China specifically is we know that there is a new trend in China where you have schools that have dual curriculum. So they have the international curriculum and the Chinese curriculum. So for those type of schools, Arukai will be very interesting because of our our platform runs in English too. So it could help not only the schools in China with their coding and STEAM capabilities, because that's how we run it, but it also introducing English, like coding in English, correct? So that's the other interesting part of it.
They're asking me what is approximately your revenue at this point?
$500,000.
Mm-hmm.
AR, yeah, it's annual recurring revenue.
That's a year, right?
Correct. So like that, the way it's measured is it's not only revenue, it's not only annual revenue, but it's actually recurring revenue. So it's a recurring annual revenue. So that means that we start next year with that amount already because it's recurrent. So we keep growing. The interesting part of the model is that it's a SaaS business, so it's a subscription-based business. So and we have the renovations of the schools 100% for us. So so far, at least so far, we all the schools that we have renovated for the past 3 years. So and we keep growing. Of course, this pandemic has helped us a lot in growing and in introducing Arukai in a lot of the other countries, because the schools are needing a curriculum, a quality curriculum that can be provided 100% asynchronous. So that's the key part today, like that to be able to provide, an entire subject. In this case, they introduce it through the technology classes that can be provided 100% asynchronous and cloud-based.
And besides that, the beauty of our model is that if the students start in first year, in first primary year, we have a lifetime value in years of 11 years, right? So that's 11 years the same student paying for the service.
Okay. So being a subscription model, they say, you need, what are you thinking about in China? Do you actually need to come here to do the startup, or
no?
Do you need a partner to help you to do the promotion?
Exactly. So what we will be looking into China will be a local partner, correct? Like most of the startups that have been successful, international startups that have been successful in China, they have a local partner that helps them navigate, the jurisdiction, the commercial, the sales process, et cetera, et cetera. So like we'll be looking for a commercial partner, a partner that can help us introduce Arukai into the low-hanging fruit here, in sales terms, will be international schools, like private schools that have both a Chinese and an English curriculum. That's our understanding, of course, of the opportunity. But the local partner in China could say, no, this is perfect for a local curriculum, because you don't need to teach 100% the local curriculum in Chinese. It can be taught, the technology piece, in English, for example, and we can provide that.
Yeah, they're telling me, this part is a little tricky, because the education system in China, it has several different kinds of schools. One is public schools, one is completely private schools. There's some schools which are called experimental.
Joint venture.
Yes, joint ventures too. So when you want to put some curriculum, it can be tricky.
No, yes. In general, that's what happens in Latin America and in most of the world. You have public, private, and then experimental. The experimental is a very small niche, and we don't focus on experimental. We're focusing today in private. We're not focusing on public, because public has a ton of different obstacles. And in private, the decision maker is relatively quickly that either the owner or the principal decides, and the implementation is relatively quickly. Today, for example, we only have physical presence, like the team, the sales team is in Colombia, and we have been able to sell, several countries directly from Colombia through digitally. So basically through Zoom conference, and that's it. So we feel that this is something that is relatively scalable, and the only thing that we will need is to have a local that understands the school system, that has the network to get in contact with the owners or the principals of the private schools, and introduce this. I think that the interesting part here for the Chinese market is that they are already accustomed to paying for technology-based edtech startups. Usually the parents is the one that pays for it, because they really value education and quality education. And this model that we have, this B2B2C, is exactly that. The gatekeeper is the school. The school is the one that decides to implement Arukai, but the parent is the one that pays it. And we see that as a great opportunity in China, because the parent will see a curriculum that's in English teaching coding and computational thinking. So it's
1 minute.
Perfect. Okay. We are getting a lot of feedback on this here, and it's I'm going to prepare a special document for you, because this is a very, very extensive topic, and it includes private schools which are parallel to normal schools, like summer schools. They're also talking to me about some college options. I know that you're not focused on it at the moment, but right now we are getting a lot of feedback.
Excellent.
Last question. Just a very quick question. How often do you update the curriculum?
So this is
Continuously. Yeah.
all the time. So,
All
so
the time.
one of the things that we have
Mhm.
decided as a company is that we are not only improving the curricula and the content, but also the platform. So we have been in business for 3 years, and we have already 3 different versions of the platform. So we are continually improving all the components of Arukai.
And another differentiator is the way we see coding is not as a content, but as a language.
Time is off.
That's why a kid can be learning Python through arts project or through math project.
That's extremely important,
That's
because
extremely
that's the
important.
basic differentiation with most of what you see out there. So we see coding as the language of instruction. What does that mean? Today,
Sorry.
Sorry, the time is off.
okay.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
This is a very interesting topic, and we need extra time. So I will be, probably with all the rest, I will be sending you a lot of feedback on this. Thank you very much.
Great.
Perfect.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
So for this, we have exactly the figures, because I've been working on this field that we have, for example, Henan province, which is a very large population basis. They have 130 million people over there. For every year, from the primary school to the high school, we have 9 million students over there.
Wow.
But they don't
Hello?
have exactly employment support.
Yeah.
Yes,
We can continue with Sati right now, no?
yes, please.
This is the basic situation.
So, as I said, everything this is all being recorded.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I will give you the link for everything, and also the Chinese.
Yeah.
Alfonso, can we keep with the program, please?
Yes, we're waiting for the presentation of Sati. Is it going on?
Yes. Yes, we are here.
Okay.
Tell me if you can watch the. Yes.
Okay. So this for our next project. This is called Sati. It's a prevention service for health and well-being. Please.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Fernando, and I am the CEO of Sati. We're taking care of your mental health and well-being. Sati is a prevention service for health and well-being through data analysis and Internet of Things. We are the Oracle of Business Intelligence for health and well-being. For this, we have a great team, as Miriam Malanis, with PhD in biomedical engineering. She's the expert in technology. She's the CTO. And Alexis Benavides, with more than 8 years experience in UI and UX, he's making a great work with the platform and the application. Then we have Arukai, the programmer. He has 8 years experience in different kinds of languages and 2 robotic championships. Then Fernando Lanis with 5 years leading teams and with 7 international awards. We have team associate expert as Gabriela Breton with more than 21 years human resource experience, and Andres Sepulveda with 19 years human resource experience, and also he's an influencer in LinkedIn with 35K followers. With this team, we are solving a huge problem, the stress at work. And the stress at work now is increasing because there's a new factors as COVID, and also here in Mexico, the employees started to increase. They're afraid to catch COVID. The companies where the employees started to quit the job because they're afraid of this. And also the factor of here in Mexico is the first place worldwide, and then China is the second place. And if the stress level start to increase, there's another problem that they're going to have because between 75% and 90% of general medical consultation are related to stress. And they're going to have, the companies, they're going to have a lot of losses, 60,000 million of pesos in the productive sector, because absenteeism, presenteeism, and also because the employees now are quitting the jobs. So our solution is a web platform, an application where all the companies can monitor and prevent the disease caused by chronic stress, also COVID prognostic. They're going to increase productivity and help with real-time monitoring and cut business costs, and also reduce accident. If they're taking care of the health of employees, they're going to reduce the risk of accidents. Our solution in action. When COVID began, the stress level started to increase, and then we sent an alert. Also, the cardiovascular started to decrease. So we help the employees to improve their quality of life, and our results are that we reduce the stress level in 20%, and we increased in 25% the cardiovascular health. We send this alert with the data, with the smartwatches that can monitor the stress, the sleep quality, cardiovascular care, this in real time, also like Apple Watch, Garmin, and other kind of wearables. Also, we have a new device that can measure the temperature and the oxygen saturation monitor. Then we have the second element, the gamify application with intelligent challenges, where the users win points when they're improving the quality of life. Also, we have a data visualization platform with algorithms of COVID prognosis and chronic stress and cardiac anomaly. Our traction this is our traction. We started our pilots on January through May. We are increasing, and then we have a slight decrease because COVID. Then we have a huge increase on August. Then how we make money? We make money with this, with $25 monthly subscription per user. This is for annual billing. Our market are big and medium companies. So the minimum of users are 50. The smartwatches includes, and also the price changes according to the quantity of users. Then we have a huge opportunity that the digital health market now is $1.7 billion, and the wellness industry is increasing to $4.2 trillion. Sati's values proposal is mainly the prevention of health problems and illness, but also the monitoring in treatment being versatile and adaptable to different markets. We are looking for $80,000 for marketing and sales, administer the expenses and service and product, to improve the product and service, and to start to increase our sales and start to sell on China. So who is going to join us to improve the people's quality of life in Mexico, in China, and in all the world with our solution? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So first question is, there's a lot of monitoring devices which are actually made here in China. They're also very popular to monitor health. So yeah, what their understanding is that your product, Sati, is not a device. It's a software, right? It's a platform.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yes. Sorry.
You mentioned you have been about 1 year, and that your revenue has shot up very recently because of COVID, right?
Yes.
The question: how do you measure this increase in well-being that you were just speaking about?
Well, this biometrics monitoring that here is media analysis diagnose our wearables can measure the stress level. So we have the data before on January with the pilots. We know the stress level of the employees, and we know how it started to increase. We related this with COVID. Also, the cardiovascular health, we can measure this with heart rate variability. So after this, we started to with this. We know how it started to decrease this data. So that's how we know. With the data of the wearables, we can know how's the employee and how's the health of the employee with this data, and also with the wearables. We have different algorithms for the different kind of wearables to measure the well-being. So if Miriam is here, I don't know.
Yes, I can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically with the biometric data, based on the HRV analysis. This is within the research that tell us how is the health of the people, basically.
Okay, there's a thing here which is very important. This kind of data you're working with, it's a very sensitive topic. So, for example, let's say that you would promote this in China. There would be regulations that say that you actually cannot have this data go out of China. So you have to have local servers and local service, and there's quite a few regulations that you would have to go through that you're maybe not considering, because this kind of patient data is a very, very sensitive topic in China. So it should be considered in your model that you cannot do it remotely. I mean, from outside China.
Yeah, we can make that. Also, we have some customers on. We'll start with some customers on Spain, and there's a privacy law. So we adapt our platform to the privacy law in Europe. So we can adapt that on China.
Okay.
Hi. Hi. I'm Alexis. I'm at the team. I'm the designer, and we are aware of the requirements for servers in local servers in China, so it can be managed properly. And we have taken that into consideration for our solution. So it's not a risk, the usage of the data and the hosting of those inputs. So we can make it locally.
Okay. Okay. So well, this is complicated. As with the other topics, we will be getting back to you on this, but with you, I think it's going to be a little more technical, the kind of feedback we're going to give you. Because, yes,
Great.
The kind of questions I'm getting are really, really technical. So I have to get back to you on that.
Okay.
Yep. It's great.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. We'd like to ask, if you give us just 1 minute, that we have some set of solutions that we had made and arranged so that enterprises could custom their solution, maybe for cultural purposes, maybe for health and wellness purposes, or maybe for expansion purposes. So the solution gets adapted based on the objectives of the enterprise or the business. So there's no limit for these scalable solutions, and we can adapt to other wearables, new market wearables, even the new smartwatch and the Apple Watch, the Huawei Watch. We're working constantly to update that to the hardware and the software, so we can get better data, better biometrics, and better charted results for the employees.
Okay. Most of the questions here are not. They mostly need an NDA to keep on talking, so we will be getting back to you, because it's more about the technical part.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I think that's that's it for this project. We go on to our next project, which is Netux. Is that right? Am I pronouncing it right? Natalia?
Netux, next.
Netux, right. Okay, so we're just waiting for the presentation to come up.
Actually, I want to know the solutions if I already know my pressure level? Do they have any solution suggestion?
En la parte inferior izquierda, ahí es donde pueden encontrar el icono para compartir. Share screen.
Netux, ¿están aquí?
Yes, okay. I'll talk to them. But I do have some suggestions.
Juan Londoño.
Please let me correct the connection.
And we know how government thinks, and we know the, how parents think.
Great, but
Juan.
Hola. Juan, Netux, ¿se encuentran con nosotros?
Hola, sí, tengo, no sé, se me bloqueó el computador cuando iba a compartir la pantalla, entonces estoy reiniciando estoy por el celular, pero ya estoy reiniciando la
computadora.
La computadora, sí, pues la conexión. Permite que no me tocó reiniciar la computadora.
Bien, aún tenemos 2 minutos para poder comenzar, de acuerdo al programa.
Ahí estoy ingresando nuevamente por la computadora.
Live streaming is on.
Creo que ahí me están viendo. ¿Me están escuchando ya por la computadora, cierto? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but we don't see your presentation.
Okay, let me share my...
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, good morning and good evening. My name is Juan Londoño. I am Chief of Innovation Officer in Netux. Netux, it's a company, it's a Colombian company. We have 14 years. And we are an IoT platform that we combine hardware, software, and cloud to provide real-time visibility, analytics, and artificial intelligence to our clients. Yeah. This is our team, the main team. This is electronic engineering, biomedical engineering, international negotiator, biomedical engineer, and management and administrator. There are some clients in the health sector, yeah. Mainly, this is some reconnection here in Colombia and from France, for example. We build ecosystem, a Netux ecosystem. We have some startups born into Netux, and we have another business unit like Netux Lab. This is a research group and recognized by Ministry of Science and Technology in Colombia. We have one platform, IoT platform called Uidos. This is a startup born into Netux, like one spin-off, the same NX3 startup factory, and we have a laboratory about augmented reality and virtual reality called Virtual Things. We work with technological sovereignty. We consolidate the research and development operation called Netus Lab. This is a research group. Yeah. Our capabilities are in the Internet of Things, analytics, big data, and extended realities. Knowledge generation, we have 2 PCT invention patents and 1 licensed technology product. 25 trademarks and registered software and research articles. And we also have alliance with the partnerships with the academic sector in Colombia, in Canada, and New Zealand too. We not only have one solution, we have many solutions about digital transformation in health. We have in e-health, monitoring, traceability about temperature, humidity, not only ambient or equipment, not also to